Well, I've got great news, really great news. The Obama administration has just announced that they are going to close Border Patrol stations in 4 different states. That is, man, yeah. I mean, it's not good news for us, but it's good news if you're a Mexican drug smuggler or a terrorist. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely fantastic. If you have plans to sneak across the U.S. border from Mexico, it is really good news for you. Now, assuming that that's who you are, let me just talk to the drug cartel members here of the audience and the radical Islamists that barely speak any English because they've been imported from Iran. Or Syria, or Hezbollah members, or Hamas members, and they went in through Venezuela, which, by the way, the president said yesterday, no big deal. Venezuela, Hugo Chavez, he's never posed any kind of threat to the United States. Oh, okay. Anyway, so let me just talk to, gringo to terrorist, gringo to Mexican drug lord, cartel member. Oh, and by the way, in Seattle, MS-13. I didn't watch the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, or 12th MS gang movie, so I don't know how the 13th ends because I didn't watch any of the other ones. But I think you can still see the violence of MS-13 and still really appreciate it. Seattle, they now have signs and bridges that are being defaced with MS-13 propaganda.
And the Zetas.
What's wrong with the Zetas? They're good guys.
Well, they're just commandos that were trained by the CIA and then bought off by the drug cartels to murder people and cut their heads off.
One of our security agents is a really, he'll kill you with a spoon. He's seen some things, and he's been to war.
I'm killing myself with a spoon right now. Does that count?
Killing yourself softly with a spoon?
Mm-hmm.
With his spoon.
Just I dip it into ice cream and jam it in my mouth.
His spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what kind of ice cream?
Any kind. Doesn't matter.
May I just have ADD?
Does not matter.
Let's just go ADD
okay.
crazy.
All right.
Jeffy is helping me with a diet.
Yeah, I know. That's really pathetic.
You've been doing really well.
It's a lifestyle change, Jeffy. Is that correct?
It is a lifestyle change. Choices have consequences.
Bread last night. I couldn't take it.
What?
I sit down with the kids and I eat.
Why didn't you call me?
I'm not calling you. I don't like you.
Well, nobody likes him, but people call him for help.
But he's your counselor, I thought.
Coach.
Or your coach or whatever. Your life
you have
coach.
to talk to him at home, too?
Your life partner.
When you need help, I'm here for you.
What's the politically correct term here?
What would you have said? Don't eat the bread.
That's
That's what you would have said. Don't eat the bread. I know that, Jeffy. I know. Don't eat the bread.
Then why did you do it?
I wanted it. It was sitting at the table in front of me, and my kids were eating it, and it looked so yummy.
Bread's hard on those kinds of diets.
It's okay. It's all right. It doesn't matter. You start again. You stepped off. Now you're back on.
Politicians want to have gigantic giveaways to people, but the whole point is they're supposed to resist that urge for the good of the country.
It's okay, though.
What do?
Move forward.
You just start pounding some sort of, I don't know, muffin or whatever. I guarantee it wasn't bread. That's a cop-out. If he's saying bread, it was at least a muffin, if not cake.
Right, it was a flour-based product.
Right,
yes.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Pie was also involved, no doubt.
No doubt.
Flour-based product.
Flour, sugar.
There was some flour and there's some dairy. That's it. Let's move on, okay?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So anyway, why were we talking about, I don't know.
You were about to address the drug cartel members, I think, and then we got a little off track.
I don't know how we got to pie. Maybe that's because of my drugs, but pie is my drug. Let's just talk to you as a drug cartel member. I mean, you got to be happy. I don't know if you're throwing, parties or you're shooting guns up in the air that maybe you got from Eric Holder when you heard about, oh, this is great. I've just announced plans to stop deporting illegals to America. And then I heard this news, and I'm like, I don't have to stop that. You know what? I'm going to expand my business. I was thinking about, I was just with my PR firm, and I said, hey, we have to tell them not so much cocaine into the United States. And now I can call them back and say, no, I can do more cocaine into the United States. I was thinking just this morning, I got up, and I thought to myself, as a drug cartel member, I got to stop exporting violence and beheadings in the United States. There's been a couple of times that we did it, and I thought, they're going to get tougher on me. But now that I see that I can behead people, dismember people in several states all across the country, and they don't do anything, in fact, they're making it easier, I think I'm going to go ahead with that beheading policy. Mm-hmm. So it's great news. Great news for you. Here's the thing. Jen Napolitano keeps telling us the border is better now than it has ever been. I'm going to take things I disagree with for 1,000, Alex. Based on crazy things like news reports and the word of border guards who were eyewitnesses, I'm going to say I don't agree. Now, maybe she's just innocently being fooled by the way we measure crime. If I may, if you will open up your Cowards Bible, Cowards on page 100, in the great chapter bordering on insanity, drugs, terrorists, and murder in our backyard. Let me read right from the scriptures here, from the book Cowards.
Still in the Bible.
I'm still in the text. I'm not
still in Bible country.
Well, it's Cowards, so
it's in the country.
I sit it next to a Bible. We go over the violence in the United States related to the drug war that are not even recorded. For example, here's what the brilliant minds of our government call spillover violence. Spillover violence. What the hell is spillover violence? Well, they don't have a cohesive definition for what the term even means. People actually in the service are like, So if you can't define it, how do you fight it? Same response from the Border Patrol and everybody else involved. Here's how Homeland Security currently defines the term spillover violence. It entails deliberate, planned attacks by the cartels on U.S. assets, including civilian, military, or law enforcement officials, innocent U.S. citizens, or physical institutions such as government buildings, consulates, or businesses. However, there's your key word. And if you look in your Bible now, you will see in red the word however. However, this definition does not include trafficker on trafficker crime. Oh, okay. So if we're beheading someone, but they were trafficking, and we behead them. No, well, not us. I'm speaking as a drug cartel member. And I behead them in Seattle. It doesn't count as crime.